You've heard about the Sig Sauer Zulu 6 image stabilized binoculars. These are the 12 by 42s. They come in at about $1,000. But is there value with other brands that also make image stabilization binoculars? I wanted to find that out by looking at the Canon IS3. These come in at $659. Now, these are the 12 by 36, so it's not a full apples to apples comparison because the SIGs have a little bit larger objective lens at 42 versus the 36s on the Canons. But again, out of the gate, you're saving over 300 bucks. Now, these are 1 pound 5.2 ounces. The Canons are 1 pound 6.9 ounces, so a little heavier. You can see a little bit bulkier as these are about 5 inches across, the Canons. The SIGs are about 3.5 inches across. Both are 7 inches in height. I mentioned the field of view with the Canons. It's actually 262 feet across at 1,000 yards. The SIGs are about 199 feet across at 1,000 yards. So a smaller field of view with the Sig Sauers. From an exit pupil standpoint, the exit pupil on the SIGs are a little bit larger at 3.5 millimeters. The exit pupil on the Canon is roughly 3 millimeters. Now, let's talk about the image stabilization properties between the two. Now, I will say both of them worked really well in terms of image stabilization, but operationally, it's a little different. So on the SIGs, you flip the switch, you have a green light that turns on, and then with the SIGs, you also have a target mode where you turn this off and turn it right back on, and it changes to an amber color. In target mode, it tracks more slowly as you are scanning. It sort of sticks with an area that you've set on before it moves and sort of over as you scan the area. With the Canon, it's simply a push button, and you see the green light come on. At first, I really liked that operationally. I thought, oh, that's nice. I just one-handed, boom, I can image stabilize. I don't have to sort of manipulate the switch one-handed. However, I can see a scenario where if I'm gridding an area as I'm glassing, that it's going to be irritating that I have to constantly hold that button down. Now, operationally, from a 12-hour from a runtime standpoint, these run about 12 hours off 2 AA batteries in image stabilization mode. In the runtime on the SIGs with one battery is about 30 hours. So a really big advantage here with the Sig Sauers, especially with the fact that you have not only image stabilization, but you also have the target mode. Now, from a waterproofing standpoint, unfortunately, Canon offers that on some of their line, but not on this particular one. So this is not waterproof. However, this is IPX7, which can be underwater for up to a meter for up to 30 minutes. So really important dynamic there as when you're using these, you can feel confident and comfortable if they get a little moisture or get a little wet. The Sig Sauers also do have coating on their glass to sort of anti-reflective coating. It's called HDX. The Canons do not. They carry on some of their brands what's called Super Spectra coating on their glass, but this version does not. I will say that on the SIGs, there's adjustable eye cups. For those of you that have glasses or like a different eye relief setup, for the Canons, it's just a set of molded plastic eye cups that you can press into to sort of adjust your eye relief. But I can imagine that's a bit irritating, especially if you wear glasses or if you just want a different range in terms of your eye relief. Now, I tested these both in 30 minutes before sunrise, middle of the day, and 30 minutes after sunset. And I can tell you in all three scenarios, the Sig Sauers performed really well. This in the morning before the sun came up, it was precisely 30 minutes before sunrise, which is often shooting light in most states. At 150 yards, it was just crisper in terms of looking across the field into a wooded area. In the middle of the day, I looked at 500 yards, and was looking at a parking lot across a field, and I could see that the image was just a tad bit crisper with the Sig Sauers. And then at sunset, I was looking at two different does, at one at 80, one at 110 yards, and both of them were very crisp. And this was exactly 30 minutes after sunset. Again, sort of within that last light of legal shooting time. And so with these, I could see very well. They were excellent in terms of seeing those images of those does and that sort of thing. But the crispness was with both the doe in the foreground and in the background was clearly evident with the SIGs and not so much with the Canons. The last sort of nail in the coffin for the Canons, unfortunately, is that there really doesn't appear to be a warranty on these. However, with the SIGs, there's no receipt, no cards, fully transferable, forever infinite guarantee. And to me, that means a lot, especially the way that we abuse our gear out in the field. So if you're looking to buy a set of image stabilization binoculars, I would encourage you to check out the Sig Sauers. As much as you could save here with the Canons, it's just not going to fit our needs out in the field. Best of luck this season. Thanks so much.